We are about to spend a day in Grand Teton National Park, which is home to some of the most incredible lakes, mountains, and sunsets in the United States. Join me as we're going to explore Jenny Lake and several of the park's most famous spots. And one of my favorite spots is at the end of the video, so make sure to keep watching and let's get started. Good morning, and we are now heading to Jenny Lake along the scenic road, and let's go check it out. The water is also very clear, and also it looks like the weather is a bit changeable, and in the sun and the shade can have a lot of big difference in the temperature, so it's best to dress in layers. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna ride that boat to the other side of the lake and do some hiking there. We're now finally on this boat after an hour-long wait. We finally made it to the other side of the lake, and this is a beautiful view from here too. And also I did find out that there is a way to do some hiking to the other side of the lake as well instead of the shuttle, which will add a couple hours of hiking. And if there's a long line or if you have decent fitness, I would also definitely consider doing that route as well. And now we're gonna do the Hidden Falls and Inspiration hike, and let's go check it out. The hike to Hidden Falls is about a mile round trip, and to Inspiration Falls is about 1.5 to 2 miles round trip, and about 500 feet of elevation gain in total. We made it to Hidden Falls, which is the first stop on this hike, and it's a beautiful waterfall. And the hike up to here so far has been pretty easy as well. And now let's continue to Inspiration Point. We are now at a stop along the trail to Inspiration Point, and we found a great view of Jenny Lake here. But this is actually on the road to Inspiration Point, and this is the place where some people may mistake this as Inspiration Point, but there is a trail that leads to the actual Inspiration Point. This is the top of Inspiration Falls, and what a beautiful view. And we can see all of the Jenny Lake and the mountains around as well. And even though the last section was a little bit steeper, it was definitely worth it, and the view just kept getting more and more beautiful on the way as we went up this trail. Even though there were some long lines, the hike was great, and this probably was the highlight of the day. And for our next stop, we're gonna be going to String Lake. As soon as we arrived at String Lake here, we found a place nearby to sit and eat a quick lunch, and now we're gonna take this trail along the String Lake in order to go to Leigh Lake. A nice flat hike that should take about 1 to 3 hours depending on how much you go, and this hike should have about 100 to 200 feet of elevation gain. And this is a beautiful view over here, and this is in the middle of the hike between String Lake and Leigh Lake, and it's a nice flat path to walk on and also catch some views here and there. And let's keep going. We arrived here at Leigh Lake now, and the water here is actually really cold. And also this is another really beautiful lake that we see today. This was also another great and peaceful hike along the lake, and it was a little bit less crowded and a little bit flat, which was also great. This is Jenny Lake Overlook, which is a big stop in the middle of the Jenny Lake Scenic Road. And this is another beautiful spot, and it is from a completely different angle of Jenny Lake from the views that we got from earlier. After some amazing views at the Jenny Lake Overlook and the Scenic Drive, we had some dinner at Jackson. After an amazing day at Grand Teton National Park, today we are going to be heading for our first sunset in Grand Teton National Park, which we are going to be going to Swabachers Landing for that. And let's go check it out. We are now at Swabachers Landing for our last stop of the day in the Grand Teton National Park, and right now it is about 20 minutes prior to the sunset time, but the sun is already behind the mountains over there, but hopefully we'll still get a good view of the sunset and the river in this spot as well. This is another beautiful spot at Swabachers Landing, especially with all the reflections of the mountains inside the Snake River, and we can kind of see the sunset in the background as well. This was an amazing place to end the day with the sunset at Swabachers Landing, and today was an amazing day full of great views of the lakes, and tomorrow we're gonna check out more of Grand Teton. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please stay tuned for what we'll see in the next video, and see you next time.